What's up, everybody? It's No Joe Coward coming at you guys from the beautiful Shenandoah Valley, the northern Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. It's good to be home. Good to be home, as you all know. Actually, today is my 1 week back. It's my 1 week mark. So I got back exactly 1 week ago from Cambodia, and just to give you guys an update. I don't regret coming home at all. I feel totally great about it. I'm it's going better than I thought it would. Let's put it like that. So, anyways, I got an email here. Got an email titled the email "Video Idea" by Bert Slide. This is a real email, everybody. What's up, Brayton? Figured I'd keep this one short and sweet. Happy to hear. Just gonna rub the back of my head here. Happy to hear. Happy to hear you're back in the States, man. Was worried for a minute when you hadn't posted a video in a week. Because as you all know, typically when I go like a week without posting a video, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And in the past, it's been because I was on drugs. I wasn't able to do it, or I wasn't sleeping very well, so I didn't feel like I was in good, I wasn't in a good state of mind to be making videos, even though I probably could have. Anyways, whatever. I'm back at it, guys. Relax. When you sit down and really think about it, what are some of your long-term goals? Would love to hear about it. Take it easy, bro. By the way, did you did you hear about Frankie Edgar versus Yair? Shit's gonna be crazy. Peace. All right, I'll talk about that in a minute. So, obviously, this very question, this very subject has been on my mind. What the fuck am I gonna do with my future? I mean, what is my mom gonna do? What is my dad gonna do? What is my brother gonna do? What are any of us gonna do? Don't really know. We all have ideas, but we don't really know. But I'll tell you. So I'm back here in Winchester, Virginia. This is where I grew up most of my life. I mean, like Front Royal, Virginia. This whole area is like where I'm from. Like, this is my home, man. This is where I feel at home, to be honest. Like, not just because my family's here, but just because of the landscape, the layout of the land, I guess you could say, and just. Yeah, this is where I'm from, man. This is where I have some of my most like formative memories, I guess, as a man, as a good old country boy. And when I think about my long-term goals, well, basically, obviously, I don't want to work a fucking manual labor job, because primarily that's my work background. Like, in terms of making money, like driving trucks, working on farms, working in restaurants, working on construction sites, just shit like that. And obviously, there's a lot of people who do that type of work, and they might have bigger dreams and all that. But I'm determined to not have to settle for that. Now, granted, I understand in the meantime that I came back to the States, I don't have a whole lot of money, of course, and I know a lot of people. It's so funny because I come back here and I have so many people like making fun of me for that. They're like, "Oh, you're fucking broke. You're a loser. Like, you're running from the law." Like people are trying to say that like I committed crimes in Cambodia and like I'm running from the law to avoid prison. So I fled Cambodia to come back here. Like, you know what? Sure. Because that's actually pretty cool. Yes, I'm an outlaw, everybody. I committed multiple heinous crimes in Cambodia and I fled so I could come back here. For sure. Yeah, for sure, dude. But so what's been on my mind is this. Every time I've left Winchester, whether it be to live in Portland, Oregon, to live in Atlanta, Georgia, to live in DC, to live in Washington, DC, to move to Cambodia, I always end up back here. Now, obviously, it's because my family's from here. My father lives here, and obviously I'm always welcome in the house, and he'll I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. There's some people watching this video right now where you don't have that. You don't have a family who fucking will take you in anytime, no matter what kind of bullshit you do. Like, I'm very, very lucky to have a father that'll like take me in and give me a place to stay and feed me and shit. Like, I'm really thankful for that. And if anyone's hating on me for that, well, fuck you. It's because you don't have that, and you're jealous. So I'm pretty lucky for that. But in terms of my long-term goals, I'm thinking about going to art school. Definitely, there are schools in the area, in which I could attend and get like certifications or get degrees in art, because I am an artist deep down. I mean, I know when I first started doing YouTube, uh, like almost a couple of years ago at this point, I was fighting at the time, and a lot of people might think of me as like an athlete or a jock or a martial artist or a fighter. And granted, I do have an athletic side. Yes, I do like to fight or whatever. I mean, I do like martial arts, but I mean, that's not the core of me. Like the core of me is music, it's art, it's ideas, it's being creative, just on all different realms, and that's really what I'm best at. And that's something that I haven't really shown a lot of my YouTube audience that yet. A lot of you guys know me as, well, I don't want to tell you guys what you think of me, because I don't really know, but I can imagine that most people don't know about my creative side, and that's something that I don't just want to show my audience. It's something that I want to show myself again, and all my friends and my family, because that is really my bread and butter. Like in this room right here, about 10 years ago, we used to have my drum set, my big ass fucking drum set. We had cool lights, we had amplifiers, distortion pedals, guitars. I mean, all that. It was this was the music room, and my parents are so fucking cool because they always let us play, no matter what. It was great, and we did play shows in the area. We did put out a demo CD. We practiced for hours every single day here, man, and that's my fucking bread and butter. So my future plans are to get back into music, to get better at art, and possibly get involved in teaching or something, or just produce, just production, just putting it out there, man, and obviously to surround myself with like-minded people. So those are my future plans. Like as far as where I'm gonna end up living, I don't really know, but I always end up back here. I always end up back in Winchester, Virginia, and I think there's a reason for that. Obviously because my family's from here, but I also, like, this is where I feel at home. And yes, it is a small town, but there's a lot of benefits to it being in a small town. First of all, it's super quiet, no traffic. Everyone's pretty friendly for the most part. Like as long as you're just respectful and you don't bother people or walk on people's properties, and like no one's gonna fuck with you, man. There's actually like a law enforcement here, so if you do have a problem, then you could call the police and they'll help you. Whereas if you live in a big city like I used to, live in Atlanta, I've lived in Portland, I've lived in DC, I lived in Cambodia, I lived in Phnom Penh, Cambodia for 2 years straight. The police there typically don't really respond as much because they have so much going on. Or like in Cambodia, if you don't pay the cop $100 to help you, well, you're not getting any fucking help. Anyways, man, so my future plans are to get involved in music, obviously save some money. My future plans are to study art, and aside from that, I don't really know. Obviously, I want to continue to stay in shape. I still eat healthily. I still go running. I still train martial arts and all that. I still train kickboxing like every day, and well, almost every day. And yeah, man. So those are my future plans. I mean, like 6 months ago, guys, I was living in Phnom Penh. What the fuck was I doing 6 months ago? That would have been like September, October. At the time, I was still addicted to drugs about 6 months ago. I wasn't sleeping well. I wasn't like focused mentally on anything but doing drugs and just like coasting in life. Basically, I was just coasting through life, just hoping that something would come. And what it took was for me to quit drugs and get my mind cleared up. And but anyways, yeah. So and I had no intention of ever coming back to America, at least not to live here. Like I thought about visiting, but now that I'm back, like, dude, America is awesome. It is. America is so fucking sweet. Yes, you got to pay taxes. Yes, insurance. Yes, you got bills. Yes, things are expensive. Yes, it's not as easy to live off the grid. Yes, I understand, but there's a reason for that. It's because shit is better. It's just better. Everything is better here. It's convenient. You got everything you need. Everything is strongly built. There's quality and quantity. Whereas in Cambodia, it's just quantity. There's no quality in anything. Nothing. Even the people suck. The people suck. They're so like small-minded, and I don't miss living there, man, at all. And anyways, yeah, so I don't really know what else to say about my future plans. I mean, basically, I guess my message in the video is don't dwell in, like maybe this is obvious to you, but like don't dwell too much on what you're gonna do in the future, man. Like definitely have a goal in mind, but understand that there's a fucking process. Like if I want to go to school here and study art, I can't just go. Dude, I still need to get my license. I don't think I mentioned that in the video. I have a Class A CDL, which is a commercial driver's license, which means I could drive like 18 wheelers. Like I can drive the big rigs, which I did for about 6-7 months of my life years ago, and I left it in Cambodia on accident. So now I don't have a fucking driver's license with my address. I don't have proof of residency. So now I got to go through that to get a license, and then I've got to get a bank account, which I can finally monetize my YouTube channel once I do that. But I can't do that until I prove residency. See, so it's a process. There's little obstacles in my way too, but I understand the process. I understand that it's going to take a couple weeks, and then I can do it. I can't just do it right now. So keep that in mind, guys. Like when you have a goal, you might not be able to get it fucking tomorrow or next week, but if you understand that there's a procedure, a fucking process, you can do it if you stay focused, and that's what I'm trying to do. And luckily, I have my mother, my father, and my brother here. These are the 3 people on the planet who love me the most unconditionally. And I'm really fucking thankful that I have these people in my life, because if I didn't, man, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'm really happy that I have my family, man, and that they care about me. And I care about them. So, yeah, man. I mean, so there's definitely things in my way, in my, like preventing me from reaching my goals, but I understand that there's a process, and I got to keep my cool and fucking stay focused and all that bullshit. And last thing I want to say in the video, somebody that I've mentioned many times in the B-hole, I mentioned it in No Joke Coward, my buddy, my best friend ever of all time, Josh. I'm going to see him today for the first time in 7 years, like 6-7 years. I haven't seen him in 6 or 7 years, and he's coming over in a few hours, and I'm going to fucking see him, and we're going to fucking hang out, and I'm really happy about that. I also saw a buddy of mine last night. His name is Chris. And we used to be in a band together. We went to high school together, and I hadn't seen him in like 8 or 9 years, in fact. And we hung out last night and caught up after almost a decade of not seeing each other. He's doing great. He's looking good. He's getting educated. He's got a hell of a future lined up for him. I'm sure of it. And he is single-handedly one of the most talented guitar players I've ever heard in my life. He just is. And it so happens that he has a drum set at the place he's staying, and he has his guitar. So we're gonna start jamming again and playing music, man. I'm really excited about this. So shit is working out very well, and my hope is to one day, once I get a little money saved up and I can get my own acoustic drum set, which I prefer to play rather than electronic. I prefer an acoustic set, which means it's not electronic. It's just like drum shells with cymbals and shit. Anyways, I want to show my audience what I can do. And I want to not just show my audience, I just want to show the world, I want to show myself, my friends, my family, what can be created. Just what can be created, period, right? So I don't really have a whole lot else to say in the video. He did ask me briefly about Frankie Edgar and Yair Rodriguez. And if anybody follows UFC or mixed martial arts, you probably know at least who Frankie Edgar is. He's an MMA veteran, and he's going to fight this up-and-comer, this prospect named Yair Rodriguez, and he's a Mexican gentleman, and he is phenomenal. He's a phenomenal fighter. His kicks are amazing. He's so acrobatic and athletic. It's insane. And he's going to fight basically this old veteran Frankie Edgar. I don't want to say too much in the video, but I definitely am pulling for Yair just because I think he's just the new breed of fighter. And I think that he's very exciting to watch. So I can't wait to see that fight. I'm still a huge UFC fan. I'm a big mixed martial arts, kickboxing, boxing fan. I love combat sports. That's my shit. I don't give a fuck about football, basketball, baseball, tennis. I don't give a shit. I just like combat sports. Anyways, guys, all my social media contacts are going to be in the description box below. My email, my Instagram, Facebook, all that shit, guys. Hit me up. Follow me on Instagram. Like my shit, share my shit on Facebook. nojokestriking@gmail.com for video ideas, fan questions, any of that type of shit. All right, guys. Pleasure speaking to you. I'm very happy today. I'm feeling good. It's going to be a good time. Peace.